Memo watching na memo akwa ba mfa mbra na watch adwuma dey so ewo Adom TV. Na watch akwa ba san ba beto ye wo se yetumitina. Na yedwendwe o man Ghana ho ye hwe kwan e fa so beto ma o man Ghana akọ nanim. Na watch we nsem bebre na na asi. Na ne yesi akonwa ye ba behwe eye emumi nsa ye bedi hu nkomo na ya hwe so wo so do adwenkyere no ba beta ye chi na bibia akoye. Onim se aban we there were petitions were high call presidency, and a presidency the command the Council of State. The responses by the Chief Justice, and the bomb were established near friend of prima facie. Na banisa no constitution say president no bet to me as suspended the Chief Justice. I know and a president no a year no sa and the Chief Justice get to talk on suspension or before for NA active. Na no na GBA the Ghana Bar Association eko koshia no mo so de nsebe beto dwa say na president aye no emfamra kwan so ntia be ya enka immediately no on lifted as suspension no ye bisa say so also class between GBA and President Mahama over Chief Justice na analysis being no almost see to me AEP and a mempeni for abetina asia ye behwe ne yi e de apie na ade ba kuso aba Ghana ye electricity company of Ghana ye nyina nim say dodo na akere say ECG na o say ma private for participate na ekwan be de ma private for participate this government akere say o be ade friend concession into ombefa part of ECG normally am a private player but ECG company they still ano ebe o my Ghana there e bisa say ne aban pese oye no concession no kwan wo se ekono eno no ana na ye nyina so yenim se A+ eye honorable Kwame Asare Akon ono MP for Gomua Central area na wotwe nsem bia beto no ene Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayine Ntemo some accusations of nsem bia enya ni ade na no ene ne ye hwe na ye yi ne mako na ya hwe se asem no na nipa ne sen na we na eye ora honorable Kwame Asare Akon den nsem bebre bi abetudwa ene on the Facebook page so o kire se o hwa or the betudwa about an hour ago or say asem e de nsem we nyina bai no efi eye X enka na ye friend Twitter account be also on no fee say a fake because enye ono ne de o say enam sa no Dr. Dominic Ayine ejina sa fake account in someone betu dwan so e kan sembi e won a press conference and say e mo no so A+ ejina so de sembi ko to e ne Facebook account no say wo hwe ensem about air sanitation in some by the dia or no one kasa A+ e won no one verified Facebook account eni na dwempo e de ato a wokọ a eni da ho pefe e de mo bia nto wokọ a oba ko hu sensem no sa na eni sitie no one so na dwemkyere se na sitie or say the only time or by in contact with ASR NSS issue no more accusing no in November 2024 wabra young man be approaching no can say or more accused falsely no oyobi or media personality and also a majority shareholder in a Ghanaian media company what declaring in asset declaration no and to say obi seeking assistance of course obesho no abuani panel in air media engagement or saying ready kind and why even those are previous government in a persecuted or mono or come a bit is a doctor a Atoforson or no himself or a man of integrity into Jina Komano. It is a obedient assembly betwan sa and no interest na ne home for NSS no or say Dr. Dominic Ayine ewo and sembi efa ne ho ewo sa NSS no mo on vantuja na Ghana fo nyina no entumi enhobe or say or take full responsibility of the words and any actions guest when who say in some people kan ya na bia akoma so nti o de kan ye no only up to those words no I see you move forward in unity and sincerity now with the national interest and the welfare of Ghanaian people as our ultimate guide. Kwame Asare Akon. A+, Azari Obeng A+, Member of Parliament, Gomwa Central Constituency, and they are Odebetuja. I don't know. Etienne, na yenshen semana say na afede yemfa ne hoso emfa to so na yenko yenim. Ebi amesha say from A+ the no kra na afede ya call yenim kama. Now in the studio with me and they meboa me etumi adi dwume eye Ora Haruna Amaliba Kingsley, or a member of the NDC's National Communications team. Amaliba, good morning. Maybe I will there. Okay, good. And from the MPP side, Issa Husseini, the Western Regional Communications Director of the MPP. Issa the Mahama from Western, you know, because I spent 7 years at Sky Power FM, Takrade, and I think that from 2017, Issa became the comms director of the MPP. And we work together in Western Region. That's why I know him. Issa, what's that?
Moye, now say.
Moye.
What about Dinkran into Western Region? Why you Western Region? I share. Oh, me, I'm aware. I'm aware. But there be a over around. Sometimes sometimes it's me too. Because no one has your number.
Anyway, okay. ATN A+. Let me start with you. Really, A+ is something about what happened together. Look. More there somebody be put on a fake account. He's trying to reconcile. So we can move on from now.
You see,
let me give you 5 minutes on this.
So 5 minutes input also.
Also. Okay, that's fine.
My mama at you for China. Me, I hear for sorry. Let me share me near the same one. Did it kind of seem as politicians? Every politician is a potential public office holder. And by so doing, your behavior, your attitude, your conduct, and how we relate and act towards the public, very important. As a potential public office holder, who exhibited some level of candor.
Okay. The MP cry is a public office, right?
Yeah, yes. Like I'm saying, me say any politician, like I sit here. Who knows? One day NDC can say, Malaba, you are the right person to lead us to presidential elections. Nobody can determine that. As the destiny of men are not determined by the mortal men with the feet of clay, God can make it possible. So my behavior in the past, I better determine whether or not I'll be accepted by the Ghanaian people. Likewise, anybody who is a political activist. On the higher note, but on the lighter or the lesser note, every Ghanaian is entitled to hold a public office one day or the other. So, assembly beto Ghana e found and I will be a customer for the way I'll be behaving towards the public is very important. You see, A+ on your credible person.
Oh, really?
Yes, that is the way he has proven himself to be.
How do you say so?
Very well. You remember following the allegations he peddled on the alleged, which I don't believe, fake account as he is saying. What happened at that time?
And I won't change this or say account is fake.
A moment.
Is that what you're saying?
A moment. What happened at that time? Social media platforms, they are public platforms, they are public. And you see, there are many instances Mikrama issued such a disclaimer on behalf of the Honorable MP for Tempane constituency, Honorable Lydia, now the Minister for Public Sector Reforms. Now, Nkrofo using the creative fake Facebook account, and they were engaging people, chatting them as if they were on. Yeah, issued this disclaimer many times. So be the within you owe A+. You are more or less a public figure. Now be the within. I bet you on Sambia and you know what do you supposed to do? You should have quickly issued that disclaimer. You never did. You waited until the matter engaged the public attention to the time where Honorable Minister for Attorney General and the MP for Bolgatanga East, Dominic Ayine, every year press conference. Now, Odi bangi the issues now accuse me of and said I back out. Abeka say, oh, account a kind of crampono, a fake account. Meanwhile, when the Honorable Minister addressed the press, yeah, all this has something to do. A+ quickly went back to his Facebook wall and alleged that and someone honorable MP Kanoyan Okrekra. Number one, it is about Sika ono wase the MP ni ko jeya and I mean san ko jeya now they call Brabe appointment committee. And he went on and made certain commenter that will be unworthy for me to repeat here. So what is A+ talking about? The Honorable Minister challenged him. He should tell the Ghanaian public what he knows about the NSS scandal. And I want to assure A+ that this matter will not rest as where he think will.
Really?
I'm telling you. So A+, you see,
when or see account where
was he? Where was he? In law, if you sit on your right for some time and the matter reaches statute bad, wouldn't mean back and be claiming that right to go. No. And in this case, the guy have willfully sat down and allowed the matters to get to the level that he can defend it. A+ is lying. That is why I make us say, only a credible person. The account belonged to him. He owns the account, and everything that was said on the account, are his words. Are his words. And immediately after the press conference by the minister, he came back and made references to someone also on that post. And even seek to justify why he did that, and even seek to correct, according to him, the alleged misinformation peddled or given by the minister. We are not going to take that. So therefore, we can assure him, the fact you are a member of parliament doesn't mean you are immune to prosecution. You can be prosecuted and jailed. And when the people was in power, Honorable Kesilato Forson, the MP for, the MP and then currently Minister for Finance was standing trial. Right? Honorable Mahama, MP for Boko Central, and now majority leader, also stood trial for some time when the people was in power, as well as many MPs. What makes him think that he's immune to trial? He will face it. He has brought it on. He should be the man he claimed to be and face the music. We cannot allow such unscrupulous people to corrupt the coming generation. No, we won't accept that.
And you know, Obisubet to me the fake account on social media.
What I'm saying is that so be the fake account the all can. What he is saying no. He is claiming, not anybody, he is claiming. In fact, me want to post on social media platform on me. I will share it here as the program progresses. But what I'm saying is that A+ and you're credible. Or you're a public figure. So be the waka uni a creative fake account. I can't send me a office and what do you do?
I know about.
You come out and disclaim.
So about.
He never did. He waited until the minister organized the press conference and challenged him. He even insulted the minister. Where's so you see a meeting in Kawaha? But the D minister that time, meeting people, sorry, to make a here. Or the D minister that time, at the Dinechi, a brown who say, and from a bofit to move for the air solo, and from an all day. And oh, yen tempana call the social media handle, no call you some message in the free hall. And then, on what could that you minister by a press conference how many days now? Get into a week. I found what that. I get the one who's a 7 weddings and Sana or Babontia because oh, and someone may kind of crampuno now if you fake account to be a neighbor, Nanyamia. Hey, master, please maintain. So your Bema one way thing. One way, right? It should be a man enough. No one facing and you're not a bobano. Besides them, but a papi to know if you're near dinner row. You're about Roshamano. It'll be see ya.
Okay. All right, and you pertinent Cassie Haruna Malabar Kingsley, a member of the NDC's National Communications Team, and Fraser Foseni from the Western Region, on here the regional director of the communications for the MPP. Is that?
Yeah.
Nipana Pacho. We move on, right?
Mamindi can chair or Namin chair Minuana, Min chair the people of Western Region. Na Min chair National Communication Director and a deputy Sningina. On the 5th, I realized a Monday coming. You have a demonstration, Cassiapa, and to know what T-shirt in a mashi. And you have a Cassiapa or Krum, and to be Biara or Shamana or Timon Kabia and Wambo Moderna, Wambra, in their numbers. Now I am to demonstrate na ngi mine ensi ho because maybe I mine kono my brother any time I meant na hana men defend the A+.
Okay.
But the problem here is Attorney General bibia kakrebi na wadi mirka akọ media to answer questions and then also make some pronouncements bia yen yefi say enye good for the Attorney General.
No, that's on the style.
The style no na your question the style.
Ma Ghana for super.
Ghana enye obi ana ope me ya Ghana ni.
Okay.
Nti me mpe. Na most Ghanaians too don't like it that way. A+ asemi a woka ho asemi. Nchemi a me Attorney General. Due diligence be na Attorney General efa account A+ or the betugwa. Did he bother to check and see? Say I don't know if A+ or neighbor. And that's obi fufuro mum no create account. No, or the dam assembly out. Into as Attorney General of the country before baba out abakasa no na why investigation who say ma asama me baba kano or ya asama odimu nipa na all kadama asam no so is liable for it. You don't just come and speak. You are not any ordinary person like me or any other person. We are Attorney General and nimnia ese unhu nsama o pese o kan wa public ansa na waka. Nti say A+ ba na obaka che say account na o di hu nkomo fa ho no a fake account. How do you deny that?
No, but the account verified. How would the Attorney General so determine there be a on your A+?
No. Account no verified. Obanda na a friend say A+ samba out back the account ni ngani dia.
But that's why I'm alabaleka there. The if so no correct, you should have come out immediately when issue the bed on that.
No problem about that. But who ubaba answer to that particular issue verify because nowadays you know to me there will be no account. Either fake post. And to Obandama, there also your due diligence behind the scene. No who say as someone say A+ look at a fake account no. By now the Attorney General should be able to verify and know that A+ is lying or he's saying the truth. Another year American there, nka evidence anka Attorney General okuta no. Verify quickly na say quietly no nka Attorney General betumi ayen hihye na wa serve A+. Only no one no parliament. In court, take him to court. And your public no baba catch and say A+ akasama for want because of that no baba ya no public. And to assembly obi ba kafa this and this aban ho bia na say your press conference and say the
press conference was not because of A+.
But it was part of it.
No, someone asked a question and no answering.
No, answer me na make there. I don't know so that day no na me share press conference or yeah na me share. But the way or no so a year no to the extent npo or you so worse bia or no Attorney General and you so worse bia me feel say it was not even palatable at all.
Okay.
And to me give say bibi badama ontunable na nankasa ye investigation. So your investigation fa ho na asama ye kan efa no ho anasa or concrete evidence ansa na wa proceed so ebetumi prosecute the case in mpo iwie. Uwie no why a press conference no am Ghanaians the detail of it. But sometimes you know he rise to the public. Na wa buy then wa ba prosecute ne pako no public ansa na even investigation as e koso. Obandama say ne pako no reputation no o dent ni wie there's no way you can go back and repair it again.
But only the same thing to the Attorney General's reputation, Anna.
No, Attorney General reputation can be addressed in court. Do you get what I mean? Because so officer guy no identity the image or your defamation and I say or your BBA 8 year na nepa kono betuma akọ court. And I say Attorney General betuma akọ court. No according to some or did assembly wie na so di bima. Then he comes to brief Ghanaians there. Oh, yakwa na asama osi no only I was addressing those issues behind the scene. Now manene edi assembly wie ama made bimte me bana ma by press conference ama Ghana for hu bibia assembly ekosi. But you don't prosecute the person in a public court of opinion. Oh yeah. Na wa sanso ba back at etire na so investigation enti dama. Na wa ba back abaka the asema wo kan na anka ne. That was the reason why even the issue will come in. That is why the man sued the Attorney General for the defamation and all these things. Now, or the final. So, edo boahino because the kind prosecuting nipa ko no public court of opinion na sa o the court na anye how do you address that until onto nebo bibi basa ye obi awa akoma mo but the position na ye the more as attorney general you are advising the president in terms of mra or Ghana how you are advising the president so you shouldn't be the first person to jump to the media. Or even the spokesperson of the president, and as a government spokesperson, no. Then the Pakuniya press conference, I'm quite empowered no waka.
Is that so you're saying there, as a public officer, when the public will be some question, and memo on yano.
The opportunity I can say, A+ I make an allegation against me. I'm taking actions against this and A+ in the court. Okay. And very soon you'll hear from me. That can be an answer to that.
But that's your opinion.
And that's my opinion, yes, of course. So that's what I'm saying there. He shouldn't extend to the detail of the issue that A+ had. Because that's why A+ immediately, after or answered the question, we went to Facebook and then responded.
Okay. All right. You. Marty, you want a minute on
Yeah,
it?
just a minute.
We need to move on.
Yeah, sure. We will move on. My main country minister said he lacked the capacity to advise the Attorney General on any matter, bordering on the integrity of his work, and at the same time, his personal reputation. But let me tell you why. A human Attorney General, and how much human oil? And you Ghana for human oil. The Attorney General is duty bound at any point in time to address the media where he thinks it's necessary to do so. Hey, human oil. And so, our friend Central for the two money say. Mojuma Ghana for their share and Sansa buying through about to a year man penny, a man penny, dear mammy. Say, Tim Wojuma Kunumin Krumu, and then you more mayor, and Pempen shows them the Jumana could do not saying a quantum pong when I made the mania and from so many. And you think Attorney General is talking too much. You will be paying under your government. So you don't have that power to advise. In any case, you will take a moral lesson from a hotel. Secondly, was say Attorney General the best of it may afa you want to say should have go to court and say onkoya investigation to ascertain the credibility of the account that posted in Freeba. Really? Who told you the Attorney General have time to rely on the fanciful intuition of individuals?
So you see?
But see, okay. The point is very simple. The point is very simple. The minister and the D A+ attempt. Yewaha. One day morning, and I'm a boss, I'm a Jimmy, I call UTV, or calling program of a party officer, but to me, Jumaso. Of free studio open armed police officers in a full car, ever picking in the Ghana Police Service headquarters. Nebonia Wayne say, were post to allegedly a post have been made on the page. Yeah, after that, I want to verify the page in the area.
Okay. All right.
And these are the people arrested. You are the people sitting here advising us.
Let me take a bite on that. Let me take a bite on that. Let me take a bite on that. So, many are all can or say, any time, Attorney General any time, Ghanaians in a year to Abadama are buying we are what is on. So, I'm telling you that power now, or the Attorney General, Ghana for to Abadama. So, he must listen to Ghanaians. Until the all can say, or no, as Attorney General, only time say, investigation. But we are also not ready to be fed with wrong information. Misinterpretation and misinformation should not be allowed. You see, the reason why I make the master, we will come to detail of this particular issue. Now, the reason why I make the Attorney General or Kasa too much. And not on record. Any record behind the MPP under the MPP government, the Attorney General, frivolous, this press conferences, and then we did that in our regime. We've never done that, and that is why I'm preferring the advice. The advice to the Attorney General. Okay, they're on tread carefully. Mama on Yebibia, over to identity credibility, and what I said wasn't anything bad about the Attorney General.
Thank you very much. On Facebook, Sandra Banafos in there. All these explanations won't wash. You claim someone created a fake account in your name, yet you stayed in this country for a week, whilst you allow media houses and political commentators run with this your so-called fake account without issuing a disclaimer. Today, you want us to believe it was fake account. Okay, we use the word B, but I won't use it. even your even your apology letter so that even your apology letter lacks okay, so please check your apology letter so that you don't come back to tell us it was someone who wrote the apology letter, but rather not you. Okay. Adom can maybe as a commenter, woman or commenting one to Adom, my editing baby. I kiss me in there. Happy birthday to Benedicta Amebe, as a dedicated nurse at Bibiani Government Hospital and an integral part of Royal Baptist Church. You touch lives with compassion and care. May your special day be filled with joy, love, and God's blessings. Wishing you a year ahead that's bright, beautiful, and filled with happiness, good health, and fulfillment. From Bra Adams Akismi Uncle. Okay, yo. Mate, thank you very much. But once you do that, one of your social media persons here, Adom TV, and Nnawotwe, on Neighbor Modianse will be on Facebook for you. Dorcas Adom social media, and Nnawotwe. So Dorcas, happy birthday to you. Okay, now let's go to the GBA Mahama clash over the Chief Justice suspension. And I see there, Isa Hussein share T-shirt we actually saved the judiciary demo.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Isa, what President Mahama there why not born in done into GBA now when you disagree with him?
Yo, but that's it.
I'm going to give you 7 minutes on this.
Oh,
it's
okay.
34 after
Okay.
8.
So
35 now.
Go to watch.
Okay. All right.
So what is it is that you call save the judiciary. The your reason is say Ghana say your democracy no mama ya ntutu nase. Say you make sure that your democracy no bibia yes ase free na bibia ye dru no mu wa ye pa. Nti nyese obi esora anapa no ma opa bia na say oye. The issue no there, President Mahama, time now no opposition no. I promise Ghana for there. So the judicial system no opesa or reset. No opesa or make sure the over reset the judicial system no. And that pronouncement at the time now no opposition no. Idea oha ye pa because opposition no ka sama yen time fan serious e bia na oba wadwin basesa. Nti nyama bi wo hodom a oyɛ but obaye as president no the opposite oyɛ no wa sha ase oyɛ and whatever plan time now no opposition na order to hodo nyina no dam plan na ofa so a oyɛ to charge certain people to bring in frivolous petitions
if you say to charge
yes, because those who brought those petitions in if you verify their background they are all NDC members. And that is why I'm saying that he charged them. Of course, that is my view, the way I've seen it.
But because your view should be substantial enough.
No, but you see, the reason why I'm saying they've been charged is that petitions no na three or more buy no.
Yeah.
So onya kwan na so o kan petitions na nyina. O wia obo hu say 3 na e dey kan buy no. It was those petitions were not enough to establish prima facie case against the woman.
But so now for the
was also the another 2
after the prima facie case has been established.
Oh, but the 2 now how many of them now do you know that the petition that they stood in to establish the prima facie case?
3 of them, no.
All the 3?
Yes, all the 3.
No.
But
have you gone through all the 3
yes,
petitions?
I have gone through, yes.
Can you establish a prima facie case in that 3 petitions?
I have not been given
good.
the
But to me, don't think I may describe those petitions as frivolous. Because petitions the only one that has issues to answer the expenses of the Chief Justice, the traveler expenses. That is where the judiciary answers to answer. Or also the answers by through the response to the petitions that were petitioned against her. And I mean, all by all the answers in the former Chief Justice. Or Chief Justice the Obasan Kwesi say Akufu. So it's there are some no kind. Or say the suspension against the Chief Justice has been unfair. It's been unfair to that lady. The reason is that And wow, we are lawyer, no, we got through petitions in Nina, we all the 5 petitions in Nina, no, it will be difficult for you to establish a prima facie case against the woman. Yet, the president has established a prima facie case against the woman. And the Morano so say, before Ubaba, you know, set a committee after the prima facie case has been established.
To be fair, on your president to establish it was the Council of State.
No.
And our establishing.
The law says there, president in the CV letter now, in consultation with the Council of State, you know, we establish a prima facie case. So they didn't say, no, they are not saying that this in the Council of State should establish a prima facie case. But in consultation with them,
but
you establish.
By the to President Nkotedo.
No, that's what I'm saying. But he is the one that is establishing the prima facie case, not the judiciary, or not the Council of State. Because Council of State, the president, but consult to Omo. So Omo get to me, then the president established the prima facie case against the lady. Or you know, Osanso set up a committee. Committee na you set no you say by law. One esa omuye a friend saying 2 people from the Supreme Court, and then other 3 people. 3 people, no. I think 3 they should not be lawyers, they should not be members of Parliament, and they should not be members of Council of State. So President Nankasa not discretionary. Neither all you so establish it will be or then or no 1 hour back. Now after that, no, also sanso ede article 146 clause 10 edi ejuma say ye maami no onko tenafie ansana ye wia whatever the outcome will be no na yetume decide what to do but we be also name the outcome in the way over because in the first place no lawyers no be and ya arguing say a prima facie case should be established on this particular one until na so far akufo ka the them establishment of prima facie case in the beginning no or no on take a part into onankasa you know who is in charge. There, me kahumba you know, to ono anto aba nabi. But all the 30 in to aba, and abibwa. And this bring me to something. Kebi, your national, your friend, Council of State, you know. Sometimes, you know, the trust that we sometimes establish on them, you know, that trust is necessary and equal.
It is because on favor or decision.
And yes, on favor. Most at times, the Council of State, they are being used as a rubber stamp. Mrabi will hold my say in consultation with Council of State. Without the knowledge of Council of State. Even this one, no put the about out me who the Council of State to aba. But in most cases, you know, anything put the consult to more, they are taking a decision just because President appointed some of them to the Council of State, and they are doing the bidding of the President. We have to look at it again. Until Obimpo the suggestion by I think the same Sofia Akufu, the Council of State in a year. Nessa or your useful bioma. Yeah, share your way ever to recrafting a bioma and I say ever scrafting off. Because sometimes, you know, it doesn't serve the purpose that it was established to. Until you might be hold one and fata. Meaning, even the suspension, no. Yes, suspend my minimum, my minimum quoting if you know. Bonnie Ben and my minute a yea, in discuss bonnet, my minute yea. Or ma. Yet to establish a prima facie against her, near chance on coffee. Obi, eba court, ye dinner same yandi ambuano, asama ye kano, and favor nepakuna cultural press a distance a statement. Eda Akoma president there. Mamino take a decision against him, and because of that, the Mamino did one and yam on coffee. Damn petition yet to me, Ginaso. Establish a prima facie case. Meanwhile, case now okay one some so and yama me no continue or na case no do. 5 people were panel for that particular case. Abandon those justices on petition against them that those people should go home. We are not talking about all these things. Obisi near oko court yet so and some ye kafa no hono na enya because yet so court dementi ne pakono yan yin feel hold one as chief justice because or theater or no number na say theater wo fa ho de so a infa na eko otu based on the constitution na say theater wo fa ho de so a infa na say oko to address your issue
but the court na
but
court no con the person who is the head of the is the chief justice.
So do you want to tell me they immediately they appoint somebody as chief justice, the person now dictate to all the other justices Say omu bench hold more. This is what you should do. You remember Justice Detiba? No ruling now all my against somebody petition against the panel. There or more or to hold no on trust or more as more kind of there. Or more to hold as justices. Our multi panel also no. Or more kasa kura or more again. Or more yo mujuma. Now all kind of massam against them. It means that who catch them say me nima again mankasa in particular no. I don't owe myself. Somebody has to dictate to me to do whatever he wants to for me to do for him. And to Obandama, na integrity of the justices at the court no. Oh, chicken say. Nti yamfa trust yamfa more. Ne hu say o the case bana case ni yeda. De obedi amo. Mmara no na ya apply. Na mmara no so ntumi apply ni ye ya. Wo kwan ya wo fa so a wo address we issues. Because that is why I them ebinimu ba say o di na ya ndi ni ye ya o wa appeal o betumi akọ na wa akọ appeal case bio.
All right, yo.
Mamle can it masa. Say ya appeal case ni wie na say ya di ma wa na wa fa. Ya ndi ma so a mmara na wa then.
Thank you.
But man fan say because obi appointed chief justice my chief justice bo ho nte o do case kwa a chief justice ni ya MPP. So because you alleged so there were MPP nti NDC the omo case kwa omo ndi mfa mo. Omfa assembly a enya papa nkwa obi ani ho obedi amo. Na chief justice no so anya onu nkwa na otira panel no so. Enye ye kura 5 panelists. Na say panel members no what a table no so. Until onu ndi mo mpo the 4 other people should be able to rule for you. Okay. Until so man rule mo na say case na enye de. Until man here no say ya kwa package judicial hormo say ya san so appointing kwafo de omo take over until the case pa na kwafo no edi amanya. That is not how we rule a country.
Martin Brase, my memfa Amalba. So GBA there, I mean, if you look at the suspension of the CJ, it's something that they have issues with.
Very well.
Are they not right if you listen to the argument that they've had?
That's okay. But winning, be very interesting. I'm going to discover relative to issue you dealing with earlier. No? But just 30 seconds. I mean, can't win now. I brought Attorney General Kasewi, you know, A+ went to the page and all can we. Also, no, that is not true. What I said was, according to my information, you went to beg for 500,000 cedis that you were going to use to bribe the appointment committee of parliament.
Where is it?
This is it. This
comes from A+. That was posted
and this
on
is the
his
first
page.
comment. This is the first word comment. No, no, with exclamation marks.
Yeah.
That is not true. What I said was because reference to the post upon which the Attorney General relied on and gave the answer. Have you seen that guy is so credible? Tia someone sakabio. The second rebuttal. Tia someone waka. The letter or the about all pachono. Or say that I said I understand Dr. Ayini's frustration, given that an impersonation account using my name and image made such offensive remarks about him. Have you seen that? How inconsistent and dishonest the gentleman is. He can only mislead himself, but not the rest of us. And like I said, the law.
So was he referring to this particular
The
post?
law will deal with him, please.
Well, no, I'm just asking. No, maybe sir. He was referring to the first post.
This is my time. Don't come in. Wait.
That's fine.
No, but clarity should be made.
Can we move on to the next?
But you see, don't run away. Don't run away.
Martin Luther King in 1963 July. Actual letter be Nnawotwe. A letter from Birmingham jail, where he was arrested and confined. Now, I'll make it quote you and let me read this. I'll say, shallow understanding from people of goodwill is more frustrating than absolute misunderstanding from people of ill will. So, he said somewhere that there is nothing more dangerous in this world than sincere ignorance and conscious stupidity. Quotations close. That is Martin Luther King Jr. Now, so what here the proponent, the exponent, the Kasama for the spokesperson for
GBA.
Mrs. Gertrude Araba Saki Tukono, her ladyship, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. And for the avoidance of doubt, she still remains the Chief Justice of Ghana.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Except that she has been suspended. But she still remains. Wow, or that's your Chief Justice of Ghana. Now, what here Ghana Bar Association? Initial letter on the buy, no. Okay, this is their resolution, right?
Yes.
Initial letter on the buy, no. Last but 2 paragraphs on page or in page 2 of Omo letter, no. As some more no more can and say, Ayomo apedie any yomo here say. One more Omobedi Juma was a quite winning now who ever and somewhere don't win him no Omodem Rabe Juma. And I go to Article 296 clause 2. Say, baby, I'm rather Makwan say, what we use discretionary powers, while won't you any what Jidimu, send your was a wody and some nefano, who by yes, I dinner one no quanso and no cream, said a bay am running at Antony Bayjuma. As one kind no. Maybe himself answered on kind of Fidino Musumye. So kind paragraph 1 of page 1, edibesi page 2, the last paragraph on letter na. When one team and see on Bupi and Cassem, or Mampeni and a more what to know, a quine benkum and a quine if I saw Mampeni from. And so far, we have some MPP 4K, and in some million cow high and a payer, a chepe face President Mahama and Fumra. But for the avoidance of doubt, Mampeni does not establish a prima facie case against the Chief Justice, as he is alleging here. The president doesn't do it. The establishment of a prima facie case, in other words, a credible evidence to warrant the removal of the Chief Justice, are established by the Council of State itself in the case of an allegation against the Superior Court judge. But say about the Chief Justice now, Constitution can see establish a prima facie case against her to warrant the removal because. The Constitution is very clear on this matter.
Article 146, clause 6.
I've checked it.
No, read it.
If you look at Article 146,
clause 6.
Clause 6, where the petition is for the removal of Chief Justice, the President shall, acting in consultation with the Council of State, appoint a committee consisting of 2 justices of the Supreme Court, one of whom shall be appointed chairman of the President, and 3 other persons who are not members of the Council of State, nor members of Parliament, nor lawyers. 7.
Which I said.
Say?
Which I said in myself.
No. So no prima facie.
Exactly. No. Go to the 7. I just want to see the place where there's
the committee appointed under clause 6 of this article shall inquire into the petition and recommend to the President whether the Chief Justice ought to be removed from office.
Yes.
So,
no. Please, can I continue?
Listen, please.
It's my time.
Give me,
I am not going to allow that. It is my time.
When it comes,
but it will be unfair. But it will be unfair. It will be unfair. It will be unfair for you to say that I have misled by saying that the president is supposed to establish the prima facie.
Then you will not listen to yourself.
No, listen. I said it.
Yes.
But what you read is not what I was saying.
That's okay.
Because you are telling me that the committee constituting of
I'll give it to you. Don't worry.
The clause 6 is about constituting a committee, which I mentioned earlier on.
Yes.
2 people from the Supreme Court.
That is fine.
3 people outside
about that.
I said it.
Yes.
In consultation with the Council of State, I mentioned it.
Yeah.
But if you consult with the Council of State, it's not the Council of State that establishes a prima facie case. It must come back to the president.
No, but I'm saying that. And his
on the
argument.
He's a law student.
On the argument.
I'm a student of law. He's a law student.
No. You don't even read it.
That's okay.
You don't
even need to be a judge.
You didn't even read it.
Hold on, Mr. There.
You didn't even read it.
Who didn't read what?
So read it again. Read it to the listeners. Read it to the listeners.
There is no mention of the prima facie.
Exactly.
In this.
And even who established it?
You say what?
The clause 7 says that.
Let's start from the top.
If you
hold on.
Okay.
If you look at then okay. Let me go straight.
The emphasis is on the clause 7.
No, clause 6.
Let's look at clause 3. Also, if the president receives a petition for the removal of a justice of a superior court, other than the Chief Justice, or for the removal of the chairman of the regional tribunal, he shall refer the petition to the Chief Justice, who shall, mandatory, determine whether there is a prima facie case.
That is for somebody to be removed from the Supreme Court.
No, Superior Court.
Yeah, Superior Court.
Yes, other than the Chief Justice.
Superior Court from the High Court to the Supreme Court.
Yes,
that's what it
now,
means.
For 6, it doesn't mention prima facie case. Let's agree here.
No, but you see, the point I'm making here is...
What point again are you making?
Okay, all right.
So he lied. He misled the public.
I lied. I will have to come in. I didn't lie.
Because
what is quoted in article? No, what if you say so? I'll have to come in. You don't have to say that.
Continue.
Your opinion is not my opinion. But I didn't say he lied.
I write everything.
I didn't say so.
Write it. Don't worry, I'll give you time. You are destroying the picture of the program.
But you don't say that. You don't use a word that you said I've never lied.
It's a member of time.
What I'm saying is that in government that was your behavior. In opposition,
you see. Don't be saying that. Don't be saying that. When you don't even know the article, what the article says, you are telling me that I'm lying.
Maybe a student of law. I don't think you are even been to the law school before. But see, they make an answer. If you look at articles 146 from the clauses to 10, it does not say the president should establish a prima facie case against the Chief Justice to warrant the removal, as he was claiming here. That's a lie. Because in the clause 7, the president acts upon the recommendation by the committee. So established under clause 6. Right? And the committee, you know.
You say you are a student of the law.
Of course, I am.
When it comes to constitution, say it was the interpretations of Anambwa.
Yes, the interpretation comes in when they are opposing interpretation placed on the given provision.
But
you get it? For example,
if president or establish that there is a case, I didn't know the committee.
The president does not establish it.
Okay.
It's not the president who establishes it. But let me tell you something. Oh, there are what I will call the silence aspect of the Constitution. The president, under Article 57, Clause 1, performs certain functions that are silent in the Constitution. You know why? Article 57, Clause 1 says, the president shall be the head of state, the head of government, and the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. But are you aware? The president is the #1 voice, the spokesperson of the people. You know that? When the president goes to UN General Assembly, he says so on behalf of the people of Ghana. Therefore, he conveys our message to the international community on that platform. Likewise, African Union or any global organization and our foreign president. Additionally, the president is the #1 messenger of the people. Do you know that? And the messenger function of the president, is invoked under Article 146, Clause 1 down. Where the framers in the wisdom say, if you come back to Article 1, Clause 1, as Constitution say, the sovereignty of the Republic resides in the people of Ghana, in whose name and for whose welfare the powers of government are to be exercised in a manner and within a limit laid down in this Constitution. Now, the powers now used to, it's very important. The powers now Constitution used to, is the distribution of the authority of government among the 3 arms of government. In this case, the executive, legislature, and the judiciary. So, when the judiciary exercises their own powers now, they are exercising their powers on behalf of the people, but for the well-being of the people of Ghana. And the Constitution is saying, me as a Ghanaian, or you as a Ghanaian, any Ghanaian citizen, if you feel that, do you know that you can take a pet, you can even invoke a process that will lead to the removal of the president in office. Do you know that?
Impeachment.
Of course. And all the 3 arms of government, they are not sunk and immune to accountability by the people. And nothing I'm running say, me, and now be a Ghanaian, if you say, Chief Justice Yadiana, me this form to the petition. Na dedi kan fa komo mampeni fa ko shoma o mampeni o do shoma mampeni wi a on fa koma abadwaku a etumefo na abadwaku no hwehwe asem ni mu ne e wo ka no insho ginemu a depending on whom the person or the petition is directed, say the Council of a Regional Tribunal or the Superior Court of Justice, from the High Court to the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice, and establishes say asema ni pandia ba nshuma na say a Chief Justice and Kasadia upon the recommendation from the Futu Forum and establish a committee. Now, upon the recommendation of the committee, the president under clause 10 can suspend the Chief Justice while the process is continued until finally the Chief Justice according to the recommendation by the committee, the president can remove him from office. That is the process of accountability.
Can also be revoked.
Yes.
Martin,
Maybe upon the recommendation of the committee, in this case, nobody, including are able to establish this. But you know something? It is a corruption fighting back the system. I want to tell them. I'm reading some, in fact, on Adom, UTV page this morning. I hear about say President Mahama Chief Justice, and Chief Justice even feel or maybe Ghana ungovernable. You can never threaten government. They can never threaten government. If you misbehave, the law will deal with you.
Okay.
Or they say, I hear about the car. This country have to go on. And let me tell the Ghanaians voted, and in 9 regions,
Mate.
you have less than 5 seats in 9 regions.
Mate.
The people are fed up with you.
Thank you.
38% MPP.
Thank
you
you
want to
very
threaten government?
Master Planner Junior Kintampos there. Great show this morning. Keep up the good work. Greetings to Chairman Wontumi, incoming MPP National Chairman. Hey, really? Okay. Mohammed Ibrahim Al Hassan say good morning Adom TV. Thank you. God bless us in another weekend Saturday morning. I wish you all the best. Regards. Keep the fire burning and rocking better healthy style, prosperous long journey. Oh, really? Okay. You better hold on to how they need a formula. The question was BB. Yeba is a for saying we'll get this time. Now we're to now our button some no door. And the answer everybody is here. I'm more about from right now. Change my day so on Adom TV. Well, Safi and now do a feeding to her. Adom TV. OTO radio so I asempa 94.7 FM. Mention na memfa comment nkai na aka no memfa minyin fi ona fe yenko yenim. This one says if okay. Okay. If President Mahama sacks Chief Justice based on these 3 frivolous petitions, we will also send a petition to impeach him as president. He will also be suspended as president for investigation. The laws of this country will be applied accordingly. Ghana is not a banana republic. He should focus on how to stop galamsey, dumso, and cocaine transshipment in Ghana. These are the reasons why Ghanaians voted for him. Greetings to Chairman Wontumi, incoming MPP National Chairman. And this Master Planner Junior, Ewokin Tamponi, the Odiabani. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Isaac Tete says, hi, good morning, live from Kojo Krom. Oh, okay. Abba Zakari also says, good morning to you, Yate. Yankoswe, is that for Seni?
Yeah.
More 5 minutes on this.
Yes. KB, say you can prima facie case now. What does that mean?
That BB or assembly or the
good. Now you can the establishment of prima facie case. Meaning say or not law say until because of that in the prima facie case has not been mentioned in the same article or article 146 clause 6. Prima facie case and mentioned.
If I go and read it from the face value, you will see it. Yeah.
But what a prima facie case in a engineer so
yeah.
Over to me at the engineer so a dear Samono. Nasa, yeah, the petitions are back. Nasa own engineer so why do we establish a committee? Yeah, the petitions are brought. 5 petitions, own engineer so. Why do we establish a committee? Yeah, can a 5-member committee and question? Is it that 5 committee, no? Establish a prima facie case. Beginning, the foundation of the whole issue is that you have to establish a prima facie case before you establish a committee. Look at Article 146 clause 5 or clause 4, no? The removal of other justices other than Chief Justice. Look at it. Whether prima facie case has been mentioned there.
Which one?
I'm talking of 146 clause 4.
146 clause 4.
Where the Chief Justice decides there is a prima facie case.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
So it means that before you establish a committee to investigate a particular matter, you must say, so be what or hold say, and somehow you the blame no. No, mean to me,
so what even though 6 non-bonus explicit, you know, because it's been mentioned in 4, or did you do?
Exactly. Exactly. Until and Tinahana and Kada we are lost student because prima facie case yakan until brofune yakan. But yan chire mu wa twi mu amanfo nti prima facie case nasi. And because of that, no the gina so emeke wasamana. After that, no prima facie case ni established MPP aban anka say and I say MPP a party no anka say John Mahama no so. There's no anywhere. But Mayele Canada, prima facie case, so cases now, Modebra, so I never so I keep justice now. And your process now, so na but the way I want to some na so bi wo ho no because me try asam no and nyina no mo ngina so bia la ngina so papa bia nipa batumi ada ngina so aka say chief justice say deep one into ngina nsinchan mamle kan etimasa that is the basis of our argument ono article 146 clause 10 ono can the suspension number almost say on condition may read the clause 10
yeah
it's not necessary that when somebody is being investigated under this particular clause, and I say, "Oh, you need to go AC hormone." Onya inche ewa aban so say "Oh, you need to nti aban pia no we need to go nti ka o need to pobi wo trim say o pese o ye chief justice media that particular clause no you don't even invoke that particular
onya mandatory
and after that so article 296 of the 1992 Constitution, about discretionary. And then that particular clause, so was also was say, so who person who you nipa ne film Kenya, shena one ya bias, shena one ya capricious, shena and ya nyama bi ohodoma, o ye na ebia o pe, se o yi nipa ko ne sin Kenya, ono so tiamra. Ni nyina wa mra no mu, a ye nyina ya kwan yesua. Mpenyinfo a omo ye lawyers a omo di mu we also argue on that particular line and let me put in this for you to understand me better. You see, we have 3 arms of government. That's the separation of power that my brother talks about. 3 arms of government. And to me, the Constitution 1992 Constitution has not been fair to the judiciary. Do you know why? If you look at Article 58, Clause 1 of the 1992 Constitution talks about the president's power.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Then you look at Article 93, Clause 1, which talks about the parliamentary power. And then you look at Article 125, which talks about the judiciary. But the judiciary one, if you are to remove a member of parliament or speaker of parliament, you can say you're too baby. You speaker of parliament. How do you know you speaker of parliament?
Members of parliament.
Members of parliament, you know what elect where you speaker of parliament. Ghana for you now soon you to aba. You this president.
Yeah.
About the judiciary, how do we select a judicial leader?
The president would
appoint.
Yeah. In consultation with the council.
And that is where I felt that Ghana for and as a constitution in the judiciary in the
Okay, Martin, thank you.
Because the reason is that to me, my proposal, let me put it on for you to understand me better. My proposal, because we have the Ghana judicial system, and I'm a Ghana legal council, you are Ghana a judicial administration, no Ghana bar association. Them groups, between delegates. A woman wants to wait to aba.
Okay.
You obia or chief justice.
Okay.
And to abandon removal of chief justice will not be so simple. The president to honor say bia or per se go you be able to KB through petition
there are people who will do it.
Exactly. Then I will establish a prima facie case to make you to get you off.
Thank you very much.
It to be very simple. Removing Supreme Court.
My brother, it's very laughable listening to certain propositions on that. But hear this. I did not say here that the processes as prescribed by Article 146, Clause 1 to 10, does not necessarily warrant the establishment of a prima facie case in the case of removal of the Chief Justice.
Okay.
DMA can say the Constitution does not say under Article 146 and say the prima facie case is to be determined by the preserve of the president. That is it.
Okay.
And you man establishes that means the president have the power to read the petition and tell Council of State say, me, my establishing prima facie case in when you were mommy. As the MPP are trying to suggest. That is also. That's the point I'm making here.
So
Number one,
who determines?
That determination is made by the Council of State. They will look at the petition and tell the president, and the committee will form, etc.
Now, so what's the understanding of this? You know, the statement Felix Ofosukwuachi put out in announcing, they also President John Dramani Mahama has, in accordance with Article 1466 of the Constitution and in consultation with the Council of State, determined that a prima facie case has been established in respect of the 3 petitions against the Chief Justice. Her Lady Chief Justice Gertrude Araba is about Saki Tokono.
Yes.
Wait a
The Council of State.
Oh.
The Council of State.
It says the President,
when the Council of State,
when
the Council of State determined that, who do they report back to? To the President.
Okay.
Right? Very well. And number two, see, they are now questioning the wisdom of the Council of State. And Afayoma can have done that. So the Council of State has failed them. Okay, Afayoma can say, Council of State, oh, really? Omuri Efin here, the Akufo-Addo Council of State President, former President Akufo-Addo, the Council of State, Eye Okrumah. Omuri Efin. Cut to the budget. But, wouldn't be.
Ghana for watching you on that.
Yes. But, as someone can say, Council of State, do Ramono, for establishing the prima facie case against the Chief Justice, and then disappointment, Nana. But I can't say, men can't be that under the interpretation laws of Ghana, may means discretionary and it remains so. Never say so anywhere again. See here, when the may is used, in the Interpretation Act of Ghana, the word may generally indicate discretionary power or permission. It signifies that an action or choice is permitted but not required. However, the meaning can be nuanced and sometimes may can be interpreted as a mandatory obligation depending on the context. Okay? And the word, if the Constitution uses may and yes straight jacket, it can donate mandatory depending on the context where that word is used. In South Sudan, in Kabium. You see, the point is, the MPP, they don't move in now. Almost so kind petition now. For me, so far as I know, I'm not the petition no come on penny. Oba temwafo penny, Mama Lord, Gertrude Araba Tokono. Ocho kata come on penny Mahama say. Petition and some kafa me hono. Me pese me hu. Let me you ano. Mahama say beje. No say me here now so na me dey kai Mahama say dey be. Now so no kra issue. Me dey na me ensa me dey account ho. Ma bowa for there. What is more transparent than this? This is not the first time on a constitutionally independent body. In the case of EC chairperson Charlotte say, and someone man come from Amino, me could tell them video. I can share it with you now. Now on all kind of numbers say, and someone or more brand or position. Say no more could be me or more fashion to say who you know that's not giving him. Then you answer him his own words on Peace FM. Right? A primary petition no command shall to say unsigned petition without names. Mamma Clock Woman Penny Akufo-Addo say, can I get the petition? I mean, you one one. Almost say very curious. The gongong beater of the president at that time, Eugene Ahin, or say, he said, hey, some many busa say about the copies of the petition. Okay, no, here, Uncle Council of State. Okay, the woman was never granted a hearing. Martin. In this case, get to command President Mahama Sebeje. Okay. Mahama sealed the petition. No hand it over Mama. No catch and say about Bontia. No few horn about and yamia. And then the petition are out. My brother is referring to it. When your copies no ever. How did he get it? But the president gave it to him in the glare of the media. No, the full glare of the media. And then. So who say who can petition the glare of the media? Can you tell us?
Thank you very much.
The president in Likimawa coming.
Yo, Martin.
So get to the man who's coming.
Okay. We have to
just a minute. You know, this is a major. No, because this is a major issue that we are discussing. I just want to clarify one thing. Meanwhile, we are all learning, but the word "may," you read the meaning. already meaning in Nana Misre.
A year grammar, no, we are speaking law. That is the
law. And that is the law. That is the law. And that is why you need not to even Google and read the meaning of May to me. Because you should understand May when it comes to law. You should understand May when it comes to law. You don't do that and you read the meaning of the law literally to me, and you ask me that you are telling me that I shouldn't use the word may again, the word may again. In law, when they say may, what does that mean? When they say shall, what does that mean? Mean that those words in law, you don't even take your time to learn and tell us the context in which it was used. You understand? Until as a political party, what we are trying to tell you is also a lie that unsigned petitions were sent to Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Did he get the petition, a copy of the petition, which he said those petitions were not made available to the public? Into on your petition, who said petition was not signed. This is a propaganda. And this is a forward channel out there for people to swallow in the way they want it. But my brother, we don't there. Nnawotwe was given a copy of the petition. She responded. What do you call it? Committee now yes setting or appear before the committee, and then or answer questions. And the committee recommendations now whenever president president begin so Nnawotwe. So it was not the president who says that Nnawotwe say Edibonanti Uncle Fee. You know the law and you know the process. And then Article 146 now you can want some a process now you judiciary hono. Eba obia oye or no so your constitutional established person you need no also process no you know it. So why do you see them mislead the people out there?
Okay.
It isn't the case that MPP for HNTM say a lot answer na if you hold more. And is it because of that NDC is also coming in to remove the Chief Justice? Is it he should answer that to me? That say if you hold on or no ngina so NDC for so gina so Chief Justice if you hold man.
Okay. Yes, yeah.
On this multimedia platform, News 5, hosted by your colleague Samson Ladiayini, Mr. Kwaku, the chief editor of the Daily Crusade, the Crusading Guard, held a copy of the petition to your viewers. If I'm lying, you have the archives. Prove me wrong. I'm giving you the source and the person who said it to the public. What's the mean intro? According to Kwaku, the lawyer of the petitioners, who is now the MP for, I think, Menshia Saf, was the person who even wrote to the presidency and said, oh, sir, here dinner, they can submit their names to any letters or signatures to the Council of State. So please, but hear this. He quoted Article 91, talked about legislative powers. No, quote Article 58.
No, I didn't quote
Please.
Article 91.
I said
Article 93 clause 1.
93, fine.
So
he proceeded to quote Article 58.
Yes.
But selectively, he's suffering from selective amnesia. He forgot to quote Article 127, clause 2 of the Constitution. What does it provide for? Neither the president nor parliament, nor any person acting under the authority of the president or parliament, nor any other person, and whatsoever, shall interfere with judges or judicial officers or other person exercising judicial power in the exercise of judicial functions, and all organs and agencies of the state shall accord to the court such assistance as the court may reasonably required to protect the independence, dignity, effectiveness of the court subject to this constitution. Do you know the meaning of this constitution, this provision? Talks about the judicial powers. That is why Article 125 clause 1 provides that justice emanates from the people and shall be administered in the name of the republic by the judiciary, which shall be independent and subject only to the constitution. And the constitution demarcated powers ubiquitously to the arms of government.
Ono was talking about the appointment.
No, and your appointment, he was talking about the judicial, he was talking about the powers allocated to the organs of government.
Exactly.
And I was saying the constitution has been unfair to the judiciary.
In relation to appointment
for him, even appointment per se, because if you appointment, we'll come to that portion too. But if you look at this provision, has the constitution been unfair? to the judiciary.
I'm saying,
No.
His argument was to the appointment of the head.
So he asked, no, he didn't mention the head. He didn't mention the head.
You
didn't mention the head. And yet the head
is elected.
For me, he was talking about the distribution of powers, the powers of government under the Constitution. And I'm saying that that is flawed argument because when it comes to the dispensation of justice, the judiciary is a preserve and the bulwark and our democracy.
Yes. His argument not towards the appointment of the head. That's why the Constitution Review should look at it to say the Bar Association, the Judiciary Council, the
Ghana Bar Association is a voluntary legal association.
Yeah,
it's a voluntary. And I'm wondering why a voluntary organization should be given a constitutional recognition.
But that's his proposal.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
We give the constitutional recognition. The other school of thought, we shall look to that to those things later.
Madam, thank you very much.
But as for the meaning of May and Shan, I will not fight him about it. That's me on fact. But
Adom TV, Jumadi, Nnawotwe, Jumadi, and Nnawotwe. Okay, so I combine the fancy and the show fight.
Oh, my brother, I introduced it in English to have also.
Maybe I'm in